Hey, Derek Evans here. Today's post is about unconditional love. This is something that I didn't even think about until a couple of months ago. And unconditional love is kind of widely known as or attached to God's love for man. Unconditional love meaning that no matter what you do, no matter what you believe, no matter what you say, no matter how much you insult someone or someone insults you, there's love for one another. That's unconditional love by definition. Why would this be something that we would want? Well, I had an insight in a meditation. And although I've personally never really experienced unconditional love, I don't think for anyone, including myself, I had an insight and I was able to see it. So I was able to see in my meditation what it looked like if every single person in the world had unconditional love for one another. And it was an extremely blissful experience. And think about that for a second. What if that were actually true? What if we could achieve a situation in which we were living unconditional love? Meaning you unconditionally love me, no matter what I said, even if you completely disagree with me right now, even if you think I'm a fruitcake or whatever, you unconditionally love me. You don't have to like me, but you unconditionally love me. And I the same for you. And every other person in the entire world had the exact same feeling of unconditional love for everyone else, no matter what. Think about what the world would be like if that were the case. You know, in business, we look at this all the time. We say, well, what if this one little situation were amplified? What if it were duplicated or replicated across an entire spectrum or an entire vertical? Would it be a good thing or would it be a bad thing? It's universally accepted that unconditional love is a good thing. It's hard to make an argument that it's a bad thing. So if you can take a good thing and you can amplify it, then that would be great. And I feel like I've seen it. And I don't know if it was the future or if it was the past I was seeing or if it was a total fantasy, but I've seen it. And it's amazing. So, logical person that I am, I tried to figure out how it were possible. And it seems like a daunting task. It really does. Because from the moment we were born, our parents taught us not to talk to strangers. Strangers are dangerous. They might steal you. They could be a bad person. They might hurt you. They might take advantage of you. And we've been told, don't talk to strangers. And so from a very early age, we've been building bricks. And we've been building this really thick wall around us. In fact, some people build the wall so thickly that they can't even experience real intimacy at all. That's extreme cases. For some people, they just keep a very close-knit circle of friends. You know, they let people in, but mostly keep people out. And so this wall that's built up has to come down somehow. But how can you get it down? I mean, how can you actually look at the strangers, a homeless person on the street who you really think might hurt you because you have no idea what that person's saying or what they're doing? How do you find a way to unconditionally love that person? And so I continued to ponder this. And I asked myself a simple question, you know, who are people that we currently love, who we know are flawed, but yet we love their flaws. We love them and we love their flaws together because we love that person unconditionally. And the first thought that came to mind was family. We all have family members that we don't necessarily like. We don't have to like them to love them. Or maybe we do like them. Maybe we do love them. But regardless, they're family. And at the end of the day, there's an unconditional love for that person. So, can we make the case that we're all family? That's the connection. And so I kind of worked backwards to this conclusion that regardless of what you believe in, whether you're spiritual and religious, and you believe that we're all God's children, and therefore brothers and sisters, or whether you're scientific, and you believe in the Big Bang, and you believe that all living organisms started with a single cell living organism, which would then be the father of all living things, right? And therefore we would all be brothers and sisters. So no matter which direction you go, we're all brothers and sisters. And when I had that, it was an epiphany for me. At that moment, that instant, I could feel the wall come crumbling down. And it was such a big moment for me because I realized that we are all brothers and sisters, no matter which way you look at it. Therefore, we're all family. And we can love family unconditionally. That's possible. So this thought of being this concept of unconditional love being a reality seems possible to me now as a result of that. And these are the types of things that I want to share with you through this website. The reason why I created it, because I can tell you that that is an amazing feeling. If you got that feeling with me just now, you know what I'm saying. Once you realize that we are all truly family, regardless of our insignificant little differences, we're all family. We are a family. We are brothers and sisters. Then you can see that it's possible to let that wall down and let people in and have unconditional love for everyone. Now, practicing it is another thing, right? Because even if you break the wall down or the wall crumbles on its own, like it did in my mind visually, you still have to let people in, and that's the next step. But at least I feel like we have proof that it's possible, a logical reason to accept it, and at least a first step in the right direction. So I hope that that is somehow helpful for you. Obviously, I hope it helps. Have a fantastic day of nourishment, fulfillment, and abundance. Namaste.